There are many pieces of advice that are floating on the internet that talk about what you should do to become a better speaker, to become a better communicator. In this video, English for English is going to share three major things, and these are extremely effective things that you can do at home without anybody's help, and that would be very helpful for all of you to become a better speaker. And by better, what we mean is that you can become a natural speaker, a more fluent speaker, and at the same time, you can become a correct speaker who knows how to make correct sentences and who does not make grammatical mistakes. Now, before we understand what we should do at home to improve our language, the first thing that you need to understand is that there are four types of things, overall broad types that you can do at home. Two of them are input and two of them are output. For example, if you speak, if you practice speaking, or if you write, if you practice writing, these are output exercises, right? You are doing it on your own. And this is the most important thing when you are trying to learn a language. The more you practice, the better you would become. Now, the next two things are input exercises. That means reading and listening. Try to have a nice balance between output exercises and input exercises when you are learning a language, especially English in this case. But always remember that output exercise is more important than an input exercise. The first point is that you have to surround yourself with the English language. Now, how can you do that? You can read books, you can watch movies or TV series. Okay. Now, let's talk about watching movies or TV series. The first thing is that you should choose a TV series or a movie that you find interesting so that you can watch these movies, and you can also look at the sentence formation which the characters are doing. You can also look at the words or the phrases, the idioms that these people are using. A tip here would be that you always have to have the subtitles on so that you can look at the sentences that the characters are framing. Remember that you are watching these movies or these TV series episodes for education and not for entertainment, okay? And how do you do that? So don't get involved a lot emotionally in the scenes. What you need to do is you need to look at the subtitles with focus carefully and try to just observe with complete intent, with full focus. Try to just observe the types of sentences that they are framing, the kinds of words that they are using. Suppose you have gone through some grammar concepts like tenses or active voice, passive voice, then try to just identify that, hey, that sentence wasn't past perfect, or hey, that sentence wasn't simple present. So that way you would be able to identify more with those sentences, with those words, and over time that would come in your speaking also. Use the same approach in reading. Again, remember that you are not reading for entertainment. When you are trying to improve your command over English, you are reading for education. So when you are reading a book, obviously try to figure out an interesting book so that you can read it completely. That would make it easier. At the same time, try to focus on the sentences that the author has framed. Try to focus on the words that the author has used. Now, the next thing that you can do is read a book aloud. When you read a book aloud, what that does is that makes you more comfortable with your own voice when you are speaking in English. And that is very important. A lot of times it might happen that you are outside, you want to talk to a colleague, you want to talk to a friend, but when you start speaking English, you get shocked. And the reason is that you are not habituated with listening to your own voice in English. So this is a very important exercise for that. This is also an output exercise to make you more comfortable to speak in English. So try to do that as often as possible. Now, a tip to remember here would be that when you are reading a book aloud, just underline those words where you are confused about the pronunciation. And when you have finished reading that book or finished reading a few pages and you want to take a break, you can just go to the dictionary online and listen to the exact pronunciations of those words and then try to repeat those words after them. That's how you can make sure that you are pronouncing in the right way, in the correct way when you are using these words. Now we'll give you a demo as to how to read a book aloud. Just a couple of tips to remember that when you're trying to read a book aloud, read them slowly with patience and try to enunciate each and every word. That means each and every word should be extremely clear when you are speaking. That will help you with the rate of your speech or with the pace of your speech. My feet were bleeding. I never walked barefoot on common streets over thorns and stones. I stared at the man striding ahead, the cheap white shawl that covered his wiry back, and wondered if he was who I suspected. An hour ago, I'd put a wedding garland around his neck. The punishing sun beat upon my head, dizzying me. We hadn't spoken since we left the palace. My throat was parched. I'd eaten nothing all day. The third thing that you can do is actually an output exercise, and it's a speaking exercise. So what you have to do is you have to pick a topic that you will need to speak on, and these can be simply one word topics that you can speak on. For example, you can think of any topic or anything that is around you. An example would be politics or guitar, or suppose you come across a word cricket, or if you think of MS Dhoni. So any word or any name or anything that comes to your mind, that would be your topic for that day. And then what you need to do is download a recorder on your phone from Play Store or from App Store, and then record yourself speaking on that topic for 1 to 2 minutes. So that is the first thing that you'll be doing. Now, when you have done the recording, when you have already recorded, then what you need to do is take a pen and a piece of paper and just try to note down all the mistakes that you made in the last exercise, in the last speech. And the mistakes can be what types of mistakes? It can be a grammar mistake, it can be a pronunciation mistake, it can be a mistake with sentence formation or sentence structure, it can be a mistake with the pace of your speech. If you feel that you're speaking too fast or if you are speaking too slow, then that is also something that you need to work on. Now, in the next round, you have to speak on the same topic while you have to try to rectify those mistakes that you made in the last round. So suppose in the last round, if you said, I like listening music, while we always use to after listen, I like listening to music is the correct sentence. Try to frame this right sentence in the next round and then listen to it again. So this is something that you can do for one topic 2 to 3 rounds, and that would be very helpful to you. In one day, if you record yourself and if you listen to yourself for say 15 minutes, 20 minutes, that's a great practice that you can have, and that would be extremely helpful for you in the long run. Now, these are the 3 things that you can do to become a better speaker and a correct speaker, and these are extremely effective. So try to do that only for 1 month or maybe for 2 weeks if you don't have time, and you will see the results for sure. Now, what we would like to read would be to understand what kinds of strategies you guys are using to become a better speaker. So write in the comment section what works for you, and also tell us which method you like the best amongst these 3 that we have shared.